Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Reality Room Podcast.
All right, the quarantine hair's got a life of its own. I'm just going to go with the crazy today.
I'm digging it.
Crazy look.
It's very like...
Something is very wrong right here, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just got some like breakage there. It's like sticking out. I don't know. I got my Britney Spears
Should I just get out outfit. The clippers and do Britney Spears after?
No, this is not
Shave
2007
it all off.
Britney. This is happy Britney. I hope she's doing well. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to unpack.
A lot going on in TV this week. So let's start with...
Drag Race.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Start your engines. Okay, so this was a very special week.
Snatch Game.
It's Snatch Game!
It doesn't get any better than Snatch Game, except if it's Rusical.
The Rusical, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Snatch Game is like kind of the best.
It is the best. It's
but
the
I
best
also love
week
like
on TV.
Yeah, the sketch, like the TV episode week. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're all good.
They're all good.
But Snatch Game
Snatch
just
Game
seems
is
to be
special.
next level.
It's special.
Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do this week is just go through each queen
Yep.
and talk about the character that they portrayed and how they did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Heidi in Closet.
Okay.
Or Heidi. I don't know what she's going by.
I think
right
Heidi
now.
Ho would be awesome, but I don't know if
Yeah.
she's gonna go with that. But she decided to be Leslie Jones.
Okay.
I love this. I think she could have done more. I don't know.
I thought it got a little lost.
I don't know that the voice was completely there.
Mm-hmm.
I still really think, like, wow, she would have been an insane Diana Ross. I'm not really sure why she didn't go for that.
I don't know how much Diana Ross, though, would have been funny. Like, yes, she really looks like Diana Ross, but how do you make Diana Ross funny?
I think Diana Ross could be very funny.
If you had,
that's
like,
not
a
my
fan
wheelhouse,
or whatever,
but I feel like you could potentially pull off a Diana
I mean,
Ross.
I know how I would make Diana Ross funny, but I don't know how, if Heidi could know that.
All right. Well, anyway.
Just know that.
One of my favorites this week was Jackie Cox as Lisa Rinna from Beverly Hills Housewives.
You had to watch this, like, 2 or 3 times to get all the subtleties
There were
of
so
the
many little
impression.
nuggets in this.
The wine glass, the duster.
Don't talk about my husband.
I would have liked to have heard her refer to Harry Hamlin a few more times as HH. I didn't hear that. That would
Or
have
like
been
pull out a
nice.
cell phone and be like, oh, it's my husband, Harry Hamlin.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, the duster, she could have done like a QVC pitch,
Yeah.
but like she nailed it, and I think it was especially funny because Carson was a guest judge,
Yes,
or not a guest
and
judge,
they're-
but a judge.
A judge, and they're friends.
They're friends from QVC.
Yeah. It was lovely.
Yeah, I really thought she nailed it.
All right, Jada Essence Hall.
Okay, Cardi B. Okay.
Again, fell a little flat. This wasn't the best Snatch Game in terms of success.
I thought there were a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Okay.
I mean, the highs were really high, but the lows were
Pretty low.
pretty low.
Pretty low. This was in the middle.
She was kind of in the middle, yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah. Okay. Jan! Bernadette Peters! Yes!
Nailed it.
Jan is killing me. She's got her Tonys there. She had the little dog plushies because Bernadette does so much for Broadway
Animal
Barks.
Rescue.
Yeah. I loved it.
It was great.
Jan is just a gem.
Jan's an all around.
Did you guys see on social media this week, Jan did a killer impression of Heidi.
It was great.
It was everything.
Yep. All right, then we got
Widow Von Du.
Widow Von Du as
Not only Tina Turner,
but Ike Turner.
but Ike Turner as well.
Would you say she ordered the
Ike and Tina Tuna.
Yeah.
Plater platter. Do you guys know that reference?
Fell a little flat for me.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as I thought it could have been. But
I wouldn't have pulled out the Ike.
I appreciated the changing characters mid Snatch
Yeah.
Game because I think that's interesting. But again, it wasn't awful either.
No, it wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
So she's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness.
This is a real goat.
Gigi Good.
Greatest of all time as
Gigi Goat.
Marie the robot.
Maria. Was it Maria or Maria?
I'm not sure.
It's based on Sophia,
right.
the robot.
Yeah.
This was absolutely
believable.
Transcendent. This was everything. Her physical comedy.
Amazing.
Trying to pick up the freaking cards with her hands, and then just like everything she was doing with her face, and then the answers that she was giving as well.
Just trying to pick up the card should have won her the whole thing. But
So
all
good.
of the other stuff, just icing on the drag queen cake.
And she did win this week.
She did win.
And it was well deserved. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's one of the all-time greatest Snatch Game performances, I think, from what we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then there was Aiden Zane, and she did Patricia Quinn from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but like now and not in Rocky Horror. And
where was your British accent? You met her. You actually met her.
it wasn't landing. She was relying way too much on the whole like, I don't know where I am right now, which was just kind of like sad.
Lame.
And I really think that it would have been different if she had, like, done Patricia Quinn in Rocky Horror.
Even if she did Patricia Quinn now, how about a British accent?
And other jokes?
How about, like, when I was on, Rocky Horror, when we were filming Rocky Horror, or,
Yeah.
Hello, are you Frankenfurter?
I feel like she didn't put in the work before to prep for this. And everybody knows that you're going to be doing Snatch Game at some point.
Yeah.
So this should be like an all-star week for everyone. Everybody should be bringing their best game.
She could have even turned to Gigi Goode, who she was sitting next to, and said, "Are you from Planet Transsexual?"
Something, right?
Anything.
But it was just
anything.
Not there. Not
Blew
good.
it. Blew it big time.
All right.
And she went home.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was time.
Yeah.
Her exit, though, was great with the scream before she left.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Britta.
Another low. She picked Jennifer Holliday, and this is her impression of Jennifer Holliday. The extent of it.
Okay, I've said
Really?
this before. I feel like everything that I've ever seen from Britta, it's just her with her mouth like...
Yeah.
And we're looking at a screen cap right now from the episode. Guess what? Britta's going...
Yeah.
I don't get it. I know, like, apparently she has a really big reputation in New York.
For having her mouth open?
I don't know, but, like, she's just not doing it for me on this show.
She's not bringing it. Not in this game, anyway.
I'm not feeling it.
That made me sad. Because
All right.
there was a lot of lost potential there.
Next up, Crystal Method.
Poppy. I was really shocked that a lot of people were not knowing who Poppy was.
Okay, I know who Poppy is, but I don't really know, like, I wouldn't know any defining traits, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard the name, and I know she's, like, a pop singer or whatever, and she's, like, really out there, but this, I think it was too not broad enough, like, there wasn't enough of a
When I heard she was
appeal.
doing Poppy in the workroom, I was like, oh, that's genius. That's going to be big. But then, if you...
Do you feel like she gave an accurate portrayal of Poppy?
Yes.
Okay. But
Yeah.
it just wasn't right in this context, I think.
Yeah. Nobody...
Which really bums me out. 'cause
You
I
could
love
do the
Crystal
best
Method.
impression of anybody, and if it's not landing with the people you're doing it for, it's useless. It's garbage.
Well, I think the thing that people should really be focusing on, like, yes, you do want to be... You want to
Relevant.
capture the...
You want to be relevant.
No, but not even that. You want to capture the essence of the person that you're impersonating, but at the same time, you want to add something funny. Like, you need to take it to the next level.
Right.
And I think one of the judges was saying this, too. Even if it's not 100% accurate to that person,
Right.
you want to come up with something that's going to make your impression funny.
You have to transform it.
Yeah.
It has to be transformative.
I mean, if you think of, like, SNL cast members doing impressions of, like, politicians, they always come up with some kooky thing that differentiates their impression from other people's.
Even if you want to use Gigi Goode's impression of the robot as an example, yes.
She made her dirty.
She changed the name. She made it a little sassy.
Mm-hmm.
she did things that you would expect from a robot, but that you probably haven't seen from the actual robot.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
It's like a next level thing.
She will not be indicted for copyright infringement because it was transformative.
Right.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have Sherry Pie.
Did anybody else realize that Sherry Pie is the illegitimate drag queen of Harvey Fierstein?
I could see it. So I don't think Harvey Fierstein would do what Sherry
No.
Pie said,
No.
It just bums me out so much.
I know, because Sherry Pie is really...
She's really talented.
She's really talented.
Why'd
you do it, girl?
What did you think of her Katharine Hepburn?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was good, but also I feel like the voice wasn't quite right for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I love, like, Kristen Wiig's impression of Katharine Hepburn. Like, I feel like she really nailed the voice, but something was a little bit off for me with Sherry Pie's impression.
Well, I think her impression was more of Katharine Hepburn on her dying last breath.
That made me sad, too.
Yeah. Kristen Wiig's was like a younger...
Yeah, I guess.
Katharine Hepburn. But this was, like, she's ready for the nursing home.
Oh,
Katharine Hepburn.
That's just depressing.
But, yeah, there we have it. There was, that's RuPaul's Drag Race in a nutshell.
Snatch Game.
Yeah. What do you got, hair?
All right, let's just briefly touch on The Masked Singer.
All right.
So last night,
Very manageable.
Yeah, it was only 4 people singing. 2 against, like...
2 against 2. 3 showdowns. 2 against 2, 2 against 2, and then the losers,
the
2 against...
Yeah.
1 against 1.
Right. Okay, so,
the first matchup was the kangaroo and
the Night Angel.
The creepy Night Angel.
The Night Angel won because we're still pretty sure that it's Candy Buress.
Candy Buress. She was much better than the kangaroo.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the kangaroo was decent. She has a really nice tone to her voice, but she did reveal last night that she's never really, like, sang in front of everyone. Or sung in front of everyone. Anyone? You
know what I just realized? I fell asleep right before they revealed who the kangaroo was, so I don't even know right now. You're going to see my actual reaction.
Spoiler, the kangaroo was Jordan Woods. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. So she was friends with the Kardashians.
Oh, right. Actually, now I do remember. I asked you last night and you told me, but I just forgot it because I was dying last night.
I know. She was friends with the Kardashians and she was all in that drama with, was it Khloe's guy?
Baby daddy?
I don't know. I don't really keep up with the Kardashians. And that was no pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, good for her. Maybe she's got a new career on the way. Who knows? But then there was also the spaceman who we are pretty sure is Hunter Hayes.
Right.
And the turtle guy who I'm thinking is Joey McIntyre. Okay. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, maybe it's Aaron Carter.
Well, there was kind of a no kid on the block. New Kids on the Block
Which Robin Thicke pointed out.
You think Jenny McCarthy would have picked up on that?
I know! How many times has she probably heard Joey McIntyre sing?
Yeah, but, or been on the cruise.
Right?
The New Kids on the Block cruise? Do you know what we're talking about?
There's definitely a chance that that's Joey McIntyre. I'm going to say that's my official guess for him at this point.
I would agree.
Yeah, so...
Plus, also, he fits the suit. He made the, the reality show circuit.
Yeah, he's done a lot of reality shows. So, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And now we're going to talk about Survivor.
Yay, Survivor!
Okay, this episode was crazy.
This was the craziest I've seen this season.
It was a lot of fun.
So Michelle, after last week's vote, was annoyed because
she was blind-sewed.
She was on the wrong side of the vote. That sucks. Her and Nick were on the wrong side of the vote. I think they were
not a good feeling.
The only 2 who were on the wrong side.
Because they were close to Wendell, so nobody wanted to, like, approach them about it.
Well, obviously, Wendell was on the wrong side of the vote because he got voted off, so.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't really count that, though. But, yeah,
Nick was pissed.
Michelle lets Nick know, your name was floating around last week, too. So you are kind of in trouble here.
Well, Nick's
pissed. We need to get something going.
How did I not know this? Everyone's after me. I want to get revenge.
Mm-hmm. So then Adam I forgot who he was talking to, but he kind of bounced around an idea to someone. He was like, hey, did you notice that fleur-de-lis?
Well, he said fleur-de-lis.
I know. The fleur-de-lis on Jeff's podium at Tribal Council
is the same fleur-de-lis that was on Denise's idol.
Oh, what? So he's like, I wonder if that is a hidden immunity idol. And
Whoa.
You know what? I give him a lot of credit for thinking that that's a possibility, because I saw online somewhere that that's kind of been played around with on other countries' survivors.
Oh, really?
Having an idol, like, in plain sight in the Tribal Council area.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
It's not a bad idea, right? So he's thinking, you know what? If I find myself in trouble, I'm going to go ahead and try and snatch that baby up.
Snatch game.
Yeah.
All right. So, meanwhile, back at Edge of Extinction, they get their daily mail.
Is it daily? We don't know.
They get their mail that happens every cycle. Mm-hmm. Cycle mail.
And it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
Yes. All right. So
they get a clue, and
that was it. It's history repeating itself. Stand back.
I mean, there was more to it than that. Yeah.
Step back and assess.
The step part is crucial because it's the steps have to do with it.
So
I think it was Danny who realized, hey, wait a second. Maybe they're referring to the first time
season
they had Edge of Extinction.
Yeah.
And you had to step back away from the stairs, and then you can find the clue or whatever it is.
She was
the advantage.
right. Parvati stepped back and found that there was an advantage for sale.
Mm-hmm. But isn't this always the way that, like, somebody figures it out and they tell somebody else about it, and then that person finds the hidden advantage or whatever?
You know what?
It is?
Sometimes you have to put two heads together to come up with it, you know?
But I mean, Parvati was the one who reaped the benefits here. But then again, she was... Okay, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself.
She was willing to share it.
Right.
With Danny.
With at least Danny.
Right.
So, yeah, she found an advantage that really doesn't do anything for her, but it was a 50-50 thing that she could sell
coin flip
to somebody still in the game.
For immunity.
Yeah, so you could flip this coin.
At Tribal.
Right. If it lands on safe, you're immune for that Tribal Council. And if it lands on not safe, you're still up to be eliminated.
The cool thing was, though, they got to pick the selling price.
Yeah. So Parvati was like, you know what? I'm going to get everything I can for this.
Yeah. 4 tokens, baby.
She decided, I know that Michelle has a lot of tokens right now. I'm going to see what I can get from her.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for the reward challenge. It's 2 teams of 5, and there's an uneven number. Mm-hmm. And Denise had to sit out. She wasn't chosen. She has no chance at the reward.
Oh, poor Denise.
And the freaking reward was Chinese takeout.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
That is one of the best rewards.
I would love some Chinese food right now.
Me too. I don't think they've ever had Chinese takeout on the show, have
Really?
they?
I feel like they must have. They must have.
I'm sure I'm wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I'm not saying, yeah, you're probably wrong. I'm saying, like, they must have, right?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm wrong. So they had to get these wooden fish that were in a net. You had to transport the net of wooden fish back to the shore, untie
hook them all up.
Yeah, you had to untie them first.
Yeah.
Then hook them up and transport them to where...
Puzzle Zone.
The puzzle, yeah. Remember that place, Discovery Zone?
Oh, I loved it.
What a breeding ground for filth that was. You're guaranteed your kids are going to get sick if you had a
but
birthday
the birthday
party
parties were so much fun. All right, well, anyway.
Yeah.
This puzzle was difficult because it wasn't even like the
sardines
patterns
in a can.
It wasn't even like the patterns on the fish lined up.
No.
So you couldn't rely on that. It was all about the shape.
I'm pretty sure they've had this puzzle before.
Yeah.
Something similar.
Yeah.
So it was really close, but Kim, Sophie, Sarah, Ben, and Michelle, they were the winning team.
I think the other team was all men, right?
Was it?
So this one was all women except for one.
I don't know.
Except for Ben.
Well, Sarah decides, Jeff, I don't want my reward. I'm going to give it to Nick because it was Nick's birthday yesterday. And I think he deserves to have a little birthday celebration.
Just raise some eyebrows.
Yeah. Did she have ulterior motives?
She's saying no. And she's even saying that in her confessionals. But I feel like it's just too good to be true, right? That you wouldn't have, like, some sort of ulterior motive.
I mean, maybe down the line you could pull that out and say, look, I gave you that reward, you know.
I mean,
wasn't that nice
she's
of
saying
me?
she didn't have any ulterior motives, though.
She didn't have any immediate ulterior
I guess.
motives.
But even though she's saying that, everybody's looking at this like, she's obviously doing this for game, and they're not into it. They don't like it.
Well, the Chinese food's waiting back at camp, and Tony thinks that Officer Sarah made the wrong move, and I would have to agree, because...
Hey, Officer Sarah, wrong move. Oh, we didn't even practice that.
So, you know, no reward goes unpunished on Survivor. You know that's
He's
true.
telling her, you freaking effed up. And she's like, did I, though? And
You
he's
got
like,
too close in the game. You took it personal.
Jeremy's looking at this like, yo, I got freaking voted out on one of my seasons for doing this exact thing. And then she goes and makes this mistake. No.
All right. Well, meanwhile, Michelle has a little surprise in her pouch. She got the 50-50 coin and said, hell yeah, I want this. Take my 4 tokens.
Yeah, Parvati wanted all of Michelle's tokens.
And she got them.
Yeah, and I believe back at the Edge of Extinction, Parvati went and told everybody about this coin, and she's going to be buying food that all of them can enjoy together.
Now I know why I wrote down 7 and circled it, because she can use it at Tribal until there's 7 people left.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah. All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge, and it's an endurance, and this is a brutal one.
Oof.
Not only are you standing in the hot sun, but you are standing on a floating platform. And not only a floating platform, but a pyramid floating platform.
There's 3 different levels.
Yeah. Each round, it gets higher, and the thing for your toes is smaller. So after 5 minutes on the first one...
I think only 2 people fell within the first round.
That's right.
I just want to mention, too, that the winner of the immunity challenge also gets a fire token.
Yes. Michelle and Denise were out in the first round. Round 2 was 10 minutes, and we lost Tyson, Jeremy, and Tony.
Okay, but then when they started round 3...
They were dropping like flies. Yeah. So Kim and Ben were the last 2 standing after like a second, and...
yeah, I'm curious how long this challenge actually went.
I don't think very long at all.
I don't know. And it looked like Ben was going to pull it out because he was pretty solid. But then he was
solid.
like, ooh.
Yeah, he had a...
Yeah, the best reaction or the best, like, sounds coming out of someone trying to hold on to this thing, Jeremy.
Yeah. Whoa, Jeff, you're killing me. Yeah. So Kim won. And
she's a beast.
Back at camp, they're talking about splitting the votes already. So who's on the chopping block? Nick, Michelle, Adam, even Tyson's name was coming up.
Not really, though. I feel like Tyson wasn't really
a
real option here.
I don't know.
I think everybody was really talking about Nick, Adam, and, like, sort of Michelle.
Well, I think it was Nick's strategy to say to Tyson, hey, I heard your name.
Oh, absolutely. He's trying to get the focus on somebody else. So he decided, I'm going to throw Sarah under the bus, even though she just gave me this Chinese food.
So Tyson's going around asking everybody, I think we should get Sarah out. What do you think? And Denise goes back to Kim and says, you want to get Sarah out? And she said...
And Kim is like, yeah. But then we see Kim talking to Tyson and she's like, I don't want Sarah out.
Right. So the plan is now Adam.
This is all over the place.
Ben asked Adam if he said he was too close with Sarah.
Which
because
he
that's...
did.
Yeah.
And Adam's like, no.
Why? Who told
Everyone
you
was
that?
saying that.
Yeah. So then all hell broke loose, and everybody is scrambling with everybody else. Everybody's name's coming up. Every minute, it's a different plan.
But I think it's still mostly Nick and Adam's names.
Yeah.
But the way that this was all edited together was
great.
Perfection.
Was great.
The editors of this show are killing it.
They deserve it. Emmy. A nighttime Emmy.
A primetime Emmy.
Not one that's given out at the, not televised part. We want them at the televised part.
All right. Well, anyway, it's a whole mess.
And so it's time for Tribal.
It's time for Tribal.
And everyone tells Jeff, bro, you just missed something really big. It was really chaotic at camp today.
Chaos Cass.
That's right. Nick is tired of this.
And then the whispers begin.
Yeah. So people start off whispering at first, and then Ben and Adam are arguing about Ben being too close with Sarah.
They were just going back and forth, but the whole time they were arguing, everyone else was whispering.
They weren't even whispering. They were just plain talking at one point. They weren't even trying to whisper anymore. Everybody's asking, are we good? Should we, you know.
Yeah. Well, Adam is worried.
But Nick feels better.
And Nick says, like, yeah, I feel better now. And Adam's like, well, if you feel better,
you were going to vote for me.
Does that mean it's me going? And he's asking everyone, is it me going? And it was
dead silence.
What a moment.
Yeah. So Adam's face went from to,
oh, it is me. All right. So then it's time for the vote. And then Jeff's asking, does anyone have a hidden immunity idol that they'd like to play?
So this was the best part of the episode.
So, yeah, not to be outdone by the silence moment, this next moment, when Adam runs up to the podium and tries to freaking grab that fleur-de-lis.
He's like, this isn't coming off, Jeff.
And everybody's just like...
Jeff's like, WTF are you doing?
Oh!
Jeff's just like...
Yeah, but then the conversation between Jeff and Adam, where Jeff is like... what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I think it's an idol. And he's like, do you want to play it? And Adam's like, yeah, I want to play the podium.
No, well, first he asked Jeff, is it an idol?
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, I don't know.
Do you want to play it?
Yeah.
I want to play it.
It's not an idol.
Oh, damn. That would have been such a... It was already a crazy moment, but that would have been like, what?
You know what? They were having a good laugh. Back at
they were having a good laugh at Tribal too.
Yeah,
the Edge of Extinction people are now on the jury, so they saw all this.
But
play
how
out.
Amazing would that have been if it was an actual idol?
Yeah, I mean, I get why people were laughing, but I totally respect Adam for doing it.
Absolutely,
I don't think it was dumb of him to do. I think that's a player right there.
Yeah, he's thinking.
He's doing everything he can to stay, and I totally respect it. And it was such an epic moment.
It was sad though when he got voted off.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
I felt bad too.
I thought just for suggesting that was an idol, Jeff should have said, yeah, that's an idol.
He was like, it is an idol as of right now.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been wild. But anyway, he was voted out, and he gave his token to Denise on the way out.
So next time, the guys want to split up Sarah and Sophie.
Don't you dare.
Ooh, that's a real power couple right there.
I don't want them to be split up. I'm rooting for them.
I know. Well, let us know what you thought in the comments below.
Yes. All right, guys, it's time for the Bravo block.
And I've got my witch-inspired hair today, Witches of WeHo.
Oh, wow. Look at you go.
It's called quarantine.
All right. Well, how excited are you that Real Housewives of New York City is back?
So effing excited.
But I'm so sad that Bethany is not back. That sucks.
Bethany was the golden apple in the middle of this pile of apples.
Right? I mean, we've already lost her once. And
Could
then
she come back?
When she came back, it was like, what? But now she's gone again. Everybody seemed pretty surprised that she was leaving.
At least we don't have Jill Zarin. I can't.
I think Jill Zarin has come a long way, I think. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, everybody at the beginning of the episode was reacting to the news that Bethany was leaving, and they're kind of like, well, whatever.
All right, well, we're not going to go too into depth. Let's just talk about real. Each one.
This show airs the night after we put up this podcast, so we got to wait like a whole week to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk about what we remember from the season premiere.
What'd you think of Ramona?
Oh my God.
She's so needy.
That was quite an emotional outburst.
I just wish I had a man to hold me at night.
Ramona is a gem. She is one of the gems of Bravo, and you know she's going to bring it.
I bet Andy has a 3D printer figurine of Ramona in his house.
If he doesn't, he should.
Right.
Okay, Sonia. Classic. I feel like Sonia is more real than ever.
Eating the pastry and drinking her coffee while
hugging Luann.
And Luann's crying on her shoulder is everything.
It was amazing.
And the crumbs are flying. She was hungry. You can't blame a girl. Girls get hungry.
Sonia was also super emotional because she had just dropped her daughter off at college. That was so sad. Oh.
I remember when I dropped you off.
Did she cry like that?
I cried, but I don't know if it was like that. Did you cry?
Of course.
Oh. Not in front of me, though.
Well, I had to hold it together.
Mom's gone. All right. Countess Luann.
Oh, Luann. Well, she's
Parole's all done.
Yeah, she's done with her parole, so good for her.
Bring on the cabarets. Life is a cabaret, after all, isn't it?
I guess, right? I mean, if it's keeping her busy. It was pretty funny at that party when they started playing her Giovanni song and she got all into it.
Yeah. That was a great song, by the way. That was one of her better ones.
I mean...
Giovanni.
You don't like Money Can't Buy You Class?
That's a tried and true classic, but Giovanni's on the pulse. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Giovanni,
timely.
What about Dorinda?
Oh my God. Does she really need John hanging around? I mean, couldn't she find somebody better?
I don't know. Like, it seems like they have a good thing-ish, I guess. I mean, maybe it's not traditionally what we would expect, you know what I mean, with the whole, like, they're still living apart and they don't spend as much time together, blah, blah, blah. But if it works for them, then...
I don't think they will ever live together.
Really?
No.
Damn.
Nope. I do like how she taught him a lesson, though, and let him burn himself on that pan.
Oh, no.
He was a little too flip in that kitchen.
Yeah. I feel like Dorinda is now, like, one of the leaders of the group. Do you feel like that?
Absolutely.
Like, obviously, Ramona is still...
Yeah. Ramona's the OG.
Yeah. But especially now that Bethany's gone, Dorinda's really going to be, like, one of the bigger...
Well, Ramona and Countess Luann are the two OGs.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You need those anchors.
I enjoy Dorinda, though.
I have always enjoyed Dorinda. What do we think about the new person?
Leah.
She
is interesting. I'm enjoying her so far. She seems really, like, bleh. Like, she says whatever she wants. There's no filter there. I liked seeing her with her daughter. I thought that was cool.
I think the relationship that they have together is nice, but I also feel a little sorry for the daughter that, like, probably, like, some adult things are, like, on her that probably shouldn't be on her.
I don't know. But I feel like, well, okay, they presented her as if she's, like, Tinsley's friend, but I feel like they probably didn't really know each other.
They probably said, Tinsley, here's your new friend. Like, Patty Hearst, here's your new name, Tanya.
We're bringing her onto the show, and you're going to be her friend.
Yes. This is how we're going to do this.
Yeah, because I feel like they were not really friends before, right?
No, because she only said that she met her, like, a couple of months before that.
Yeah. What'd you think about her whole story about her, getting arrested back in the day?
I could see that.
It's pretty freaking wild, but good for her for getting that lawsuit money and starting her own business. That's awesome.
And who's left?
Tinsley.
Well, good for Tinsley for moving past, what was it, Bambi's?
Yeah. I love that she adopted those dogs.
Passing away, and she got 2 babies. Do you think she's friends with Lisa Vanderpump and she got those dogs from Vanderpump Dogs?
It's possible. I don't know.
I think so.
It's possible.
I think so, because didn't she say they came from Asia?
I think
or from China?
I think they were from China, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for her about that. But this Scott thing, like, knowing what we know in real time.
I never liked Scott, never.
Can't we just have Dale on the show instead of Tinsley? No offense, but, like, ugh.
Yeah.
I want to see what Dale's up to.
I hope Dale's going to be back.
I'm sure she will, right?
Yeah. Did we leave anybody out?
I don't think so.
All right, well then let's talk about Below Deck.
Okay, this is a mess.
All right, so if you remember last time we left off with Glenn and Jenna chatting at the halfway mark saying, what do you think of, your team? And she said, well, Madison's a pain in the ass. She's not doing her job. She's not going to bed at the right time. She's saying she's too tired to get her work done. She's complaining.
She was saying, though, that she feels that Madison has the potential to be a really good stew, or second stew. But, there's something...
Every time I see Madison, she's always working.
Yeah.
But then again, we only see a very small
I
portion.
think, but Jenna's also trying to say, like, she's making more work for herself, and she's not focusing on what she actually needs to do.
Right. So they call Madison in, and Madison's basically to Jenna like, "You're a bitch to me."
Which is
I'm
true.
getting blamed for everything. And she said, "You just need to go to bed, Wig, and then you'll be, half an hour after the guests go to bed, you go to bed, and everything's going to be great." So she's like, "I guess."
I mean, at least they discussed things and they didn't just like let this whole situation fester, because we've seen that before and that does not end well.
Wasn't Glenn like, "Are you okay?" And she was just like, "Yes." But he said she's on triple secret probation.
Uh-oh.
So she said, "Thanks. See ya."
Madison's pissed, and she goes to Parker to vent because that's supposed to be like her person on the boat.
Right. And he said, "Hey, why don't you tell Jenna to F off?"
I wouldn't be taking advice from Parker at this point. Definitely not. But he's not happy with Jenna either.
Because Jenna told him that he still feeds from his mom's boobs.
Damn! Who says that? It's really messed up.
I mean, I could see, "Oh, what, are you still breastfed by your mom?" But she's saying it like it's actually real.
All right. Well, anyway.
Is it?
I doubt it.
All right.
So anyway, Parker is talking to Sierra and Georgia, and he lets them know, I'm pretty sure that Madison likes me, but he's still into his ex. He's still trying to make that happen. So he wants to make sure that this is not going to be a problem.
This is the worst. It's always going to get back to the person. This is what has always bothered me about life.
Specific thing?
This thing. When you talk about your potential relation or lack of relationship with somebody that's not them. That is so freaking embarrassing for the person. And it's going to get back to them.
Well, I mean, this whole situation is crummy because it's not like she's even told him how she feels, right? I don't think so, but he knows because everybody else has told him.
It's pretty obvious.
But I mean, also, like, it's been spreading around the boat and...
the very small boat.
Yeah, these two have not actually discussed it.
You could hear someone fart in this boat, for crying out loud.
So he's saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell her this is not gonna happen."
Right.
Ooh.
Well, it's party time. The charters people are gone, and they are promised that party by Glenn. So
they're all hanging out on the boat as they're sailing to their destination, which was pretty sick.
Paget is a freaking ghost.
Those tan lines.
I've never seen anybody so white.
Woo!
And especially next to the dark tan.
Yeah, that was wild.
That is blinding.
Well, this whole thing too is so messy. This love triangle with Paget, Georgia, and Sierra, because
Georgia pretty much admitted it this episode that
she's into him.
Into Paget.
She's into him. She's not trying to act on it yet, but she's into him.
Hey, Georgia, you're here for the wrong reasons. Why don't you sing us a song?
Well, he is also giving her a lot of attention, and Sierra's practically begging him, like, put sunscreen on my private parts, and he's like, no. I'm listening to this song.
Yeah. So there was lots of horrifying dancing, mostly by Jenna. She was a real
Parker,
Elaine
right?
Bennis. Yeah. Parker still breastfeeds from his mom, and Jenna wanted him to pretend that he was breastfeeding on her.
That was so
weird. That was really weird. All right, drop the anchor, kids. Give me 2 shots, and the water taxi's going to be here to take you to the spa beach.
Whoa.
All right, so when
that beach looked amazing, by the way.
Of course it did. When they get to the beach, Parker calls his ex and begs her to come and visit him.
Do you think the show pays for that, or what? Because I'm sure they want it on the show.
Yeah.
Were they like, if you can get her to agree to come, we'll pay for it?
Yeah.
Or do you think he just paid for it?
I think the show probably I think it went down like you just said.
I don't know.
Like, they're like, "Oh, you think you can get her to come out here? Don't tell her we're paying for it. Like, tell her that you're paying for it."
Could be, but she agreed.
Who would turn down a free trip to Greece?
I mean, she did keep texting, "I can't wait to swim in the ocean with you."
I feel almost from those texts like she knew this was going to go down.
Like it was a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's such a random thing to say to somebody otherwise. Yeah. Like, I just can't wait to swim in the ocean with you.
Yeah, so I'm sure this was set to go down, and they just made it happen on that episode.
Yeah.
So Adam and Jenna go on a paddleboard date. So much fun. And then at dinner, Parker gave a speech that was from his mom.
He was reading from this card from his mommy. It
was just a bunch of freaking rando quotes on life.
Did she also send over some breast milk? Or is that depleted?
Celebrity Big Brother! All right, so...
Yeah, so he read off all those quotes and everyone was just like, oh my god, because it was going on and on and on. It was a lot.
Byron, I love
Byron.
Says
so
to Adam
fun.
and Jenna, hey, have you guys done it yet?
Like, in front of everyone. And they were like, what? Where are we going to do that? So everyone was like, go in the
There's a million places you could do it. Trust me.
Oh my god. That was hilarious.
So Byron said he's bagged quite a few stews in his time before he got married.
Damn,
so.
Byron. But yeah, he's telling them, go ahead, go in the master suite or whatevs. And
have your sexy time. And they said, okay.
I feel like that's weird that like everyone's discussing it.
You know what? It's a different world out there on the ocean in a yacht. All right, so Sierra and Georgia are freaking practically doing it.
Yeah.
They're drunk. And Georgia's like, hey, think we can get like a 3-way together here?
This was really weird. Again, I feel like Sierra was thinking, okay, Paget is all over Georgia, so maybe I should be all over her, and he's gonna be like, what? Yeah. So it was weird. I don't know. And I don't even know what to say about all that.
All right. Well, here are the 3 things that happened when they got back to the boat.
Okay.
Number 1, they go and wake up Glenn to have a shot with or whatever.
And he was cool with it. If that was Captain Lee, he would have
broke them in half.
Yeah.
Don't wake me up.
But Glenn's a fun captain. He's a cool captain.
Is this the Mean Girls?
Yeah,
cruise?
the mom from Mean Girls.
Number 2, there was no threesome because Paget and Sierra fell asleep. Georgia was like getting ready to go down there.
Seemed like she was going for it, and they went to sleep. I think they were like joking about it, and she was serious.
Well, somebody did get lucky, and that would be Adam and Jenna.
Ugh.
And they said it was the best. All a million times.
Okay.
All right, so the next morning...
They still had some time before the next charter arrived, so everybody on this season's a musician, apparently.
Freaking Adam's playing his guitar. Jenna grabs it away. She sings this weird song I never heard before.
I think she wrote it.
Oh, okay. That's why, then.
Yeah.
Ooh, wrong reasons?
Everybody on this boat is a musician.
Incredible.
It's wild.
What? I'm surprised this isn't like the Von Trapp family cruise.
They're going to do some dinner theater?
Well, it's time for the next charter, and the primary is a scout for Playboy Slovakia.
Oh boy, get ready for lots of photo shoots.
Yeah. Pull the boat up to some very interesting backdrops so we can take selfies.
Oh my god.
All right, so Georgia realizes by going through her...
I think she was creeping on Jenna's Instagram or something.
Oh, on Jenna's.
Or maybe it was her ex. I don't know. But she discovered that Jenna also dated her ex.
Uh-oh.
What are the chances of that? He must be in yachting, right? Because, like, how else would that have... That would have been so random.
Yeah. And she goes to Jenna, best dick ever, right?
They're joking about it. They think this is hilarious. But Adam finds out what's going on. He is disgusted.
All right, but first, Parker throws Madison into the friend zone. After he tells her, he set her up. He goes, I love you.
As a friend.
Ooh. Not joking.
That's awkward.
All right, so Jenna and Georgia cannot shut up about this BDE guy. And Adam is acting really angry and weird about it. And Jenna is telling everybody having the best time, laughing it up. What's Granny's favorite phrase?
You're laughing now, but you're going to be crying later.
That's right.
I feel like Adam is being a little bit ridiculous being upset about this.
He is being a little bit ridiculous. She didn't date anybody before you?
I mean, come on.
So Adam very shortly tells Georgia,
Don't laugh! Don't laugh about this! I feel sick to my stomach. Don't laugh.
How is he going to cook now when he feels sick to his stomach?
I don't know.
So, next time, Parker freaks out.
This is the clip that we've been waiting for from the trailer.
Do you think it's weird I'm still breastfed by my mom? Yes.
What is going on here?
It reminds me of that sketch on that British comedy show, Bitty.
Oh, no. From Little Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Vanderpump Rules.
This was actually a pretty decent episode.
There was a lot of good stuff going on in here.
There's a lot of drama. All right, so we find out that Max sucks at skateboarding.
Yeah, the guys went to the skateboarding park, which I just feel like was a bad idea all around.
Aren't they a little old for this?
And, like, not good at it.
Yeah. I mean...
Didn't Schwartz, like, F up his leg a little bit?
His shin.
Why was Jax wearing hockey stuff?
Because he's into that hockey crap.
Yeah, but, like, at a skate park? I guess he's really going for that social media job.
I'm sure they play, like, roller hockey there.
I didn't see anybody else dressed up like that.
They just didn't show it.
All right.
But, yeah, I'm not there for that. So they want to know, hey, Tom Schwartz, did you make up with Katie after that ridiculous rant that you had at the party? That's why I don't sleep with her
ever. That was really, like, childish and dumb.
And he said no. And they told him, you really need to make up with her because that's your wife.
Screwing up.
Yeah.
And he knows. He knows he did wrong.
He regretted it immediately afterwards
He
when
knew
they told him
he
he
wake up
have
feeling gross.
Yeah.
When they were like, "What the hell?" He was like, "Oh."
Yeah. All right. Well, the girls were having an axe throwing out. Not just girls.
This was the B Squad. This was
the B Squad.
The new ones: Brett, Danica, Dana, along with James, Raquel.
Oh, you mean Raquel?
Yes, Raquel and Ariana.
All right. So who knew how good Raquel would have been at axe throwing?
Yeah, I'd watch out.
I'd watch out, James,
being
if I were
mean
you.
to Raquel.
Yeah. So Brett is like, oh, hey, Dana, do you want to, like, hang out sometime outside of work? Well, didn't she invite him to her birthday party?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, maybe we should hang out outside of work, too.
Oh?
Not your party.
Well, they're two news, and they're both looking for more airtime, so they're like, let's date. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being cynical, but, like...
But correct.
I mean,
right?
They might actually like each other, too. Who knows?
Probably. So Dana's like, yeah, sure. I could fit you in.
And, like, she did just, like, end things with... Or not her, but, like... Things ended with Max and, like, Brett and Max are friends. Do you think that there was some element of her that was kind of like...
revengey? Yeah, of course. But you know what? There's limited guys who work at SUR that she hasn't slept with yet.
This group is very incestuous, so, like, you knew all this was coming.
Of course. So, Danica effed up at work. Shocker. Remember when she assaulted her boyfriend before this? It was only a matter of time, but this time it wasn't anything like nobody got hurt, except somebody got overcharged like $200 on their credit card.
That's going to hurt that bank account.
So Lisa and Guillermo called her over to the table, and they were
you
like,
need to get your shit together.
Yeah. And she was like, okay.
Oh my God. Danica is a lot. I still can't get over her, like, not being embarrassed about the whole DUI thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she's embarrassed that she got to blow into the breathalyzer, but hello, you could have killed someone.
I wonder what the relationship is that made Lisa make her the manager.
I'm curious about that too, because I don't know her obviously, but
Lisa likes to do favors for people, her friends. You know,
well, she said that she wants to, like, get into the restaurant industry, so she doesn't want to just be, like, a server.
But is her mom, like, Lisa's friend? And she was like,
I don't know.
You've got 10,000 restaurants. Why don't you give my daughter a chance?
I was wondering that, too, because I don't know, like, if she's super qualified for this job.
No.
But whatever.
So, Tom and Katie, they talk. Katie's like, whatever, Tom. She just wants an apology, and he is going on and on, not really apologizing at first.
Well, he kept saying, like, I really effed up. I shouldn't have said all that. I overreacted. blah, blah, blah.
Well,
seems like things are back to normal now.
He also apologized to Beau.
Yeah.
Stassi is pressuring Beau for the ring, and they were fighting before the after party, I guess, and they were going to be late. So
Tom and Katie are in the know about all this,
right.
And yeah.
Well, Katie and Stassi and Kristen have a business meeting at Pump, right? Or not Pump.
No,
at,
Villa Blanca.
Oh, I can't even keep...
the other one.
I can't keep all these millions of restaurants in the same block straight.
Yeah. So it's kind of awkward because Stassi and Katie basically told Kristen, like, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
But they still have this business together, and they need to plan this party.
Right. And Lisa comes up to the table and is like, hey, how about that Vegas trip that we're going on? Or, or hey, how about that Vegas trip you're going on?
And Kristen's like, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know
what
you
is
guys are
Vegas?
talking about. Because Tom and Katie need to get married again because they effed up the first time. Why did you just, like, fill out the paperwork and then be done with it? But no, it's going to be, like, this big Vegas thing, second wedding.
Because they need time. They have to put asses in the seats on the show.
Okay.
All right. So Dana and Brett go on their little lunch date. Is it a date? Or is it just like lunch? Was it
I think it was a
romantic restaurant? Or
it wasn't a nice Italian restaurant like they were talking about a few weeks ago.
No, it wasn't. So, he's saying, you're normal. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You're not, like, insane that I know of.
Did he see the whole necklace in the kitty litter toilet thing?
No. No, he did not. And he did not hear about it either. Okay. Otherwise, he probably would have said, check, please. And she talked about how emotional she's been. She lost her mom, like, 2 years ago. Sad. It was very sad.
It was good to get some, like, insight into Dana, though. Because, I mean, we haven't really, like, heard that much about her personal life yet,
mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, why is she so hard? Because she lost her mom.
Yeah, it sucks.
So they're really vibing. And Dana's like, I can do this. So then, cut to Beau, Tom, and Katie.
Oh, boy.
Tom and Katie visit Beau at work. And it looked like they were day drinking. But it could have been soda. All right, so Beau says, I need you to keep a secret.
He's going to be proposing to Stassi within the next 2 weeks.
And look, what do you think of these 3 vintage Tiffany wedding rings?
Didn't he say his dad and his aunt got them or something? And he gets to pick, like, whichever one he wants? What?
They were all winners.
Are they, like, jewelry people or, like, jewelry dealers or something?
Right?
Like, what?
They were all gorgeous.
They were. Oh, my God.
Ugh. So they're like, don't tell anyone else. Just tell us everything that you're going to be doing.
Yeah. So he has this whole plan about, like, proposing her at a cemetery, which is perfect for Stassi, right?
Yeah, in, like, a rock-shaped box. Mm-hmm. He's going to, God forbid some person comes along before and is like, hey, what's that rock-shaped box? And,
I'm
like,
sure
walks
he's gonna,
off
like,
with the ring.
put it down.
Or, like, drop it there. Like, oh, who dropped this here?
But I'm very excited about this because I really like Beau and Stassi as a couple. I think that they're great for each other.
Well, Kristen and Skiana, they're talking on the phone, and Kristen's like, what's all this Vegas trip I'm hearing about? What's going on?
So Sheena's telling her about the wedding, and of course Kristen's freaking out. She's like, I was best friends with them for 10 years. I was bridesmaid in their wedding. Blah, blah, blah. And Sheena's like, I'm not invited either, bitch. Relax.
Yeah. It's a smaller, much, much smaller, intimate wedding.
Yeah, but if they weren't fighting, she would have been invited.
Yeah, of course. So, Brittany, party's over, girl. You milked this damn wedding thing for like 10 years.
How long was she off?
I don't know.
From work, because when she got back, she didn't remember the table numbers.
How do you forget the table numbers? That's ridiculous.
How long could she have possibly been gone?
Is this number 1 over here?
I don't know, but she's back to work because she wants to earn her own money and not just have Jack supporting her, which is great. I think that's awesome. Good for her.
Very admirable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Dana gives Skiana a heads up about Brett. Dana's like, I
know you were kind of like maybe into him at some point.
And Skiana's like, no, I wasn't. I don't care about him. Why are you even telling me this? Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we have the dirty pool party between Lala, Ariana, and Dana. We're not even going to get into what they were discussing at first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. All right, but anyway, they were talking about
Did
Dana.
you already block that?
Yeah, I did. They were talking about Dana and her new interest, her new love interest, not Bo.
Brett.
Brett!
You mean Brent?
Who is this guy?
Well, I could tell you he's Carly Bybel's ex.
Yeah, I know. Somebody mentioned that in the comments.
Whoa. All right, so, yeah, and we did look it up. All right, so everyone is saying, Ariana says that, everyone's saying that Skiana is lying about Brett. Skiana's texting everybody that she's
so
upset.
Oh, boy.
She's saying, Max is upset because he's saying with the guys that he was never really invited to Dana's birthday party.
He was waiting for like a personal invite, and she was just like, "Well, everyone's
You got the
invited."
general invite.
Yeah. So then she did text him, and he was just like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
I will be going.
Yeah.
All right. So Stassi and Bo are having date night.
This got awkward.
She's not happy that Bo texted Katie about them fighting over when they were getting married. Mm-hmm. She's really embarrassed by the whole situation, and she should be, because this is ridiculous. He already said it's going to happen. Well, let him do his thing.
This puts him in such an awkward position, because like he knows what's going to happen. He's got it all figured out, and he
she's
sees
freaking out.
how upset she is, but he doesn't want to ruin the surprise. So he's got to pull out his freaking acting and, keep this a secret. Mm-hmm. And she's all like, I'm not hungry anymore.
Don't ruin date night. Please be hungry. Please just...
That was so sad.
He just wanted to eat dinner.
Please just be hungry. Please be hungry.
But she wasn't, so they had to go.
Ugh.
All right, so it's time for Dana's party. And everyone's there. I don't think Max was, though, right?
No, he's probably working, right?
Yeah, probably.
So Lisa even did a little drive-by.
Again, I'm wondering who the little nepotiz is in there that she likes Dana so much that she would...
Well, she stopped by a bunch of people's parties in the past. She likes to make an appearance.
Yeah, but Dana's like newish.
Yeah, but they all worship Lisa.
Yeah.
She loves that. So, I mean, I think Ken stayed in the car and it was still
did.
running.
He
so
did.
she just went in quickly and said, like, happy birthday. She met
she did
Dana's
get a
sister. Drink. Yeah.
She stayed long enough to walk off with a drink. But that's okay, because she owns the place. She could walk off with the glass if she wants to. No, I thought this was somewhere
else.
She doesn't own the place. That was rude. All right, so... Kristen talks to Katie at the party and says...
Where's my wedding invite? What's going on here?
You didn't invite me to Vegas. What the frig is going on? She got the breakup talk. She said, we really need to take a break from each other. And Kristen was so upset.
She was upset. I mean, I feel bad for Kristen because, now especially since she doesn't have Carter, even though she kind of does, she wants her friends around. But, she's also doing this to herself.
Hey, I saw her on that New York City real estate show, and she was...
Okay.
All right, so Skiana's upset. She's letting everybody know, except for Dana, that she's not okay with Dana and Max. Not Dana and Max. Dana
I
and
can't
Brett
freaking keep track of these new people. I'm
know.
sorry.
So...
I just want to see the olds.
Skiana says to Dana, this is not okay. You didn't, ask me if it was okay.
I mean, she did. I thought she was saying you didn't ask Max. And Dana was like, I'm not going to make my decisions based on what Max thinks.
And besides, Brett asked Max. Yeah.
Right?
Yes, he did. He mentioned it to him, and he was like, and he pulled a Skiana.
I don't care.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, so there's a lot of awkwardness here.
All right, well... Lala is out of control this season. So, yeah, you thought that was a lot with Raquel last week. This wasn't as bad, but it was pretty bad.
No, this was still done, sort of in a friendly way.
Was it?
Sheena we know that you have a tendency to do this. You like pick out a single guy and he's like your best friend and you want something to happen there, but
you only say you want to be friends and then
Yeah.
you get upset when it doesn't happen. You have a crush on every boy.
I mean, she did make a good point. Like, this has happened over and over and over again.
It's true. We had the receipts.
Yeah.
So, Kiana just wants what everybody else has. She's watching all of her friends get married, buy houses, be happy.
She's just doing her freaking, hormone shots or whatever so that she can harvest her eggs.
And maybe she can get someone to marry her if she says that she has some eggs for them to have a child one day.
Oh my goodness.
This is so sad.
I feel really sad for her.
I do too. Did you know that Brett has a crush on Lisa? Does Lisa know that Brett has a crush on
They
Lisa?
do flirt a lot. I don't know.
He asked if she wanted to make out with him, and she's like, it's Ken's birthday, and I got to do a hell of a lot more than that.
Oh my god.
Bye!
Yeah.
So, Bo tells Stassi, relax, bitch, it's happening.
Ah!
You think that was enough for her?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, she has to know it's coming soon, right?
Yeah.
She has to know.
So, alright, so cake fight time. That tiny cake that
was
Danica
such
got,
a small cake for a big birthday party.
I mean, what was everybody going to get? Or was that just the toddler smash cake
Well,
for
maybe
the first birthday party?
Or it was like, this is Hollywood, we're not eating this.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten a carb since 2007.
You can just smell it. Alright, so after the cake fight, Brett makes out in front of everyone with Dana.
Oh, snap!
And Skiana runs off.
Well, she also said she didn't want cake all over her.
Yeah, sure. All right. Next time it's the Vegas wedding. Stassi is the officiant, and she's dressed up like a nun.
Oh my god. The outfit was pretty funny.
Was Tom Sandoval a priest?
I didn't see.
I
was
think he might have been, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
With some big Elvis hair.
Oh my god.
And it is all happening because Bo called up Stassi's dad. At least I'm assuming it's Stassi's dad. Maybe he called
that's
up
what he said.
both the dad and the mom. I don't know. Or maybe the mom's too much of a loose cannon.
No! All
So
right,
he
well,
only called
anyway,
up the dad.
he's calling to ask for a blessing. Yeah.
All right. Well, grab your nun.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you're all staying inside and staying safe and sane.
Staying sane.
Yep.
That's the important one. That should be first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let us know what you thought in the comments if you thought anything. And until next time, much love.